Go big or go home, ladies. That's all I gotta say. Alright, y'all. So first let's start off with freshly washed hair. Doesn't have to be perfect as far as braiding it, but you definitely want to make sure that you separate the hair really well so it's not a lot of tangles at the roots. And you want to try to get as many little pieces as possible. So you see that? You don't want to just start braiding and leaving that out. You want to get that included into the braid. So what washing your hair, or at least having wet hair, does is it actually allows you the hair to set in so that you can have a nice braid out. And also, if you're doing braid styles after the braid out, you want to, after the braids, you want to make sure that it sets better with wet hair. Hey y'all, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. So I'm going to do a braid out. As you can see, I did most of my hair, but I had ran out to go get my eyebrows done. And I guess she did a good job. If you live in St. Louis, go off of Skinker, right across from the shelves. There's it's called Sid's Eyebrow Threading. She does a good job. Sid does, the owner. But sometimes, like today, it was another girl in there, and she did okay. But like when she doing your brows, like her fingers were like this, and then like it touched my lip. I'm just like, this too much. It was just too much going on. But she did a good job still. I mean, it's okay. Anywho, so yeah, I just I pulled up the front and did like a little bitty basket weave and just let it hang. But I still had the rest to do. So let me just show you all the quickest way to take out braids. So first you start off at the bottom. You want to make sure that you get it untangled. And then you just take two of the locks and pull. That's it. And this is the same if you're taking out a weave or whatever too. Just keep pulling. Then when you get to the part where it stops, kind of smooth it out. Grab two more pieces and pull again. Smooth it out. Grab two more pieces and pull again. Nothing to it. That's how I take it down. And then when I get to the top, I kind of take my time a little bit because I didn't retwist my hair. So this is just loose hair at the top. So I want to make sure that I get that untangled well. And I don't snatch any of my hair. And separates. And that's it. So the best way to get full braid outs, to have your hair like look full when you take out braids, or even take out bantu knots, is that you need to make sure that your hair is not retwisted, because retwisting your hair is like, to me, it's like the equivalent of having a relaxer in your hair, because it helps to like smooth everything down and makes your hair look flat. Like say for instance I had it retwisted and I had fresh retwisted like roots, I feel like my hair would look like this, like for real. It would just be so flat. But when you have, you know, when you got all this at the front, it's fuller when you got all that at the top. It might not look exactly how you want it, like all nice and neat and all that, but for real, like you kind of don't really pay attention to a person's roots when they have texture throughout their entire hair. You don't pay attention to it versus if you know you had just straight locks and then you had, of course, like this like afro thing going on at the front. Then yeah, you're gonna pay attention to it more. But I'm not a huge big deal like about retwisting my hair all the time, because I do a lot of styles. There's ways that you can cover up your retwist. You don't have to retwist your hair so often. I pretty much only try to get it done myself lately once a month, maybe every 5 weeks. Now you see this one is a little bit harder, so you got to really make sure you take your time and get the ends out, because you don't want to be pulling your hair out. You don't want to lose your ends. And if you feel like it, you can put oil on your hands when you're taking your hair down. That way it slips more, so it's less tension on it. So that's that. But yeah, I don't do retwist that often, and because I'm not, everything doesn't have to be perfect and laid, edges slayed. Like I'm not, it doesn't matter to me. It's not a huge deal. Now there's times where I really want to have a nice, clean, fresh look. Yeah. But for the most part, if you play around with your hair and just try out different styles, you'll see that you don't have to always keep it retwisted. And part of the reason why I don't like having my hair retwisted is because I've been doing it myself lately, and it takes forever. But yeah, retwisting my hair, doing it, whew, baby, it's the whole workout. Let me know, do you all retwist your hair? Like, how often do you do it? Do you feel like it's a difference? Do you like a more manicure look? let me know. Let me know. I think it's a time and a place for that. Like, you know, working in the professional field as a nurse, I feel like, you know, you don't want to go to work looking busted. Trust me, you don't want to go looking busted. But for one, you be so tired, you so busy. It's just like, the last thing you care about is whether or not your hair is retwisted. So that's why I try to do styles like this. I can just throw this in a ponytail or kind of have like the front kind of like twist it over and pull this back. Like I don't have to do so much. It doesn't have to always stay looking so perfect, because it's not always going to, especially because I like to wash my hair at least once a week whenever possible, unless I have a style up. And after I do a retwist, if I'm gonna be doing a retwist, honey, best believe I'm gonna do something with it to keep it up for at least 2 weeks, because I don't want to wash that retwist right out of my head, you know, because once you wash your hair after you do a retwist, your roots are right back, you know, loose. So I don't know. Let me know if you all want other styles, like if there are certain styles that you want me to try to do. If there's questions that you have about locks, I am starting a Twitter account. Never been on Twitter, honey, and it's just, I'm starting a Twitter account, so I want all your questions there so I can do a frequently asked questions video, and also just do videos based off what questions or information that you want to know. You can ask anything you want. I might not answer everything, but you can ask anything you want on my Twitter account, and so I'm getting the hang of that. So it's the same as my YouTube name, stayforevertrue, all lowercase. Do y'all like these brows? Let me know. We gotta converse, you all. I have to know what you all think. I think she did okay, but like, see, let me show you something. So this is what I usually do after I get my eyebrows arched. Of course, like, I like to keep them as clean as possible, so they use like witch hazel. You can do witch hazel or alcohol, they do that. And then I might come home and do the same thing, or while I'm at work, get one of them alcohol swabs and just swipe it over to keep that area clean. But so you get your little spoolie. This is actually just my mascara brush spoolie that I cleaned out. Why buy it when you can just use what you already have? So I do that, and then I take like this beige generic like eyeshadow right here, this one right here, this beige one. You see, it's just, I don't know, I just found this palette somewhere, and push it up. And to me, it helps, it's a pop more. You see the difference? To me, it helps just to make it cleaner. So y'all see it? That's it. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's so random, but I think if you can at least do your brows, honey, you're gonna look good. If you can at least get those eyebrows done, you feel me? So that's that. So random. Don't mind me, y'all. Let me sip my tea. I'll be back. So this is the braid out that I did. So I like for my hair to be big, unless I'm at work, you know. You don't want to be leaning over doing stuff, draining stuff and poking and doing it, and you got all this going on. You don't want that. But I don't gotta work today, so this is what I'm doing. I like it big, I like it large, and in charge. And I like my hair to be to the side, so it just makes it look even bigger and badder. Or I guess, let's see how I look going down the middle. I guess it's okay. It looks more, you know, innocent. But if you want your locks to look full, for one, don't retwist your roots. These roots here need to get washed though. Is this a braid? See, I'm always losing a braid in the midst of all of this. Always losing a doggone braid. So yeah, you can leave it like this or have it go to the side and your hair is gonna look bigger. Sometimes I just pull all my hair to the front. So put it to the front, and I'm taking basically 2 locks right here. Well, 4 total. Like that. Put your hair to the front. Now take those 2 or 4, 2 on each side, and bring it all over towards the back. and tie it. And your hair looks even bigger. Looks even bigger, crazier out there. I like that. I don't know about y'all, but I like this type of look. And you just throw it up. So a lot of times, like, I came up with this look, or like just this technique of just throwing my hair like that, tying it like that, was when I was jumping in the shower. Like, I just wanted my hair to be out my face kind of, and just over, like up, out the way. So do that. And you can also pull from there and tie it again. So let's get 2 locks out of the bundle. Let's get it further up out of the bundle, and 1 up here, and tie it. And you can just tuck it or let it kind of hang like that. And you got your hair more up, more of it up. So yeah, like, it's hair, it's just hair. Just play around with it, have fun. You don't have to have a fresh slayed retwist. You ain't gotta do all that. Just have fun with your hair the way it is, all natural, okay? All natural. And just keep it like that. So yeah, take this down and have fun with your hair, you all. Be free, be you. Stay forever true. Peace.